Come in the righteous name of Lord Supreme. Wise mind of law. Just wanted to take the time and moment to build with you guys on today's supreme mathematics, which is knowledge. Before I go into my bill, I just want to say that I've been having knowledge of self for 14 years on this day. August 11th, 2007, I was wisdom years old. You look at that degree, and the 1 of 40 says how old was the founder. I was 22 years old when I got this knowledge of self, when I was the founder of knowledge of self. Because at the end of the day, I wanted to find something that helps me elevate my mind and my body, my emotions, everything. I wanted to be the best at everything I wanted to do. I wanted to find myself. And when I finally found myself, that's when I got the knowledge of myself. So when you look at knowledge is the knowledge of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing difficult. It's not rocket science. All you gotta do is take into consideration what this tool done for me and how it has changed and saved my life. All right? This today and this degree speaks highly about what I was doing during the time when I was getting my knowledge of myself. Today's degree says, will you sit at home and wait for that mystery God to bring you food? Answer, emphatically no. Me and my people have been lost from home for 379 years, have tried this mystery God for bread, clothing, in the home, and we've received nothing but hard times, hunger, nakedness, and out of doors, and was also beaten and killed. Also beaten and killed by the same ones who advocated that kind of God. And no relief came to us till the Son of Man came to the aid by the name of a prophet, W.D. Farr. I'm not waiting on nobody. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not waiting for nobody to bring me food, clothing, or shelter. See, when you look at that lesson, it's talking about the 12 jewels of life that you always have. These are the essential basic principles that you have to follow in order for you to live your life more effectively and more proficiently. See, just having knowledge of self isn't enough. You got to elevate. You got to keep going. Because knowledge of self will put you in a state of either you're going to elevate yourself or you're going to just remain stagnant. And one thing about being a stag is being still. You're not operating under any objective. You're not doing anything productive. And there's nothing that's being constructed as you sit there and just wait. That's being stagnant. So when we're building, it's about elevation. You either elevate or you stagnate. There's one of the two. That's what build or destroy is. Or you annihilate. See, when I was at 85, I was destroying my power. You know why? Because I was destroying the very potential and the very thing that lies within me for me to be great. See, I learned that you can't sit around and wait for situations to happen in your life. Either you are going to be the reason why it happened, or you're gonna make something happen out of what you're doing. Because you got to realize, we always say this, potential energy is energy at rest. Energy at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted upon a force, unless acted upon an outside force or another force. So when we're dealing with potential energy, we're dealing with energy that's dormant but has the potential to be great. All you have to do is tap into it, learn it, knowledge yourself, and then keep it, and then move it into a kinetic state, which is the movement motion. So now, as you see, I know my knowledge. I know who I am. I don't know how long I have to sit around and wait for people to tell me who I am. I don't have to sit around and wait for a man or a woman to tell me who I am, my greatness. If I know myself and I know my worth, and I know my value, and I know my ethics, my morals, and my standards, that should lead me on the moral compass of being right, not being wrong, or being righteous, and not being uncivilized. See, a lot of times when we get this knowledge, we tend to, we want to use it for other purposes besides the purpose that what we need it for. In regards to teaching and learning about ourselves more. When you get the knowledge of yourself, it's for you to learn more about yourself. It's for you to understand your origin in this world. It's for you to understand why and what is your purpose on this planet Earth. You got to learn your greatness. You got to know your origin. You got to study your history. I know a lot of individuals that sit here watching this live are probably like, well, how do you learn your origin, or how do you learn where you come from? Easy, studying your history. You got to learn your history and your family tree first. Then you learn the history and study others. Then once you start studying yourself and learning yourself the way you're supposed to know, the things you need to know for yourself, everything works itself out. A lot of times we don't want to take that time to study and learn ourselves. Meaning our mental, our emotional, our physical, You know, our personality, our character, our morals, our standards, our value system, our principles, our priorities. These are all things that you have to learn in regards to knowledge of yourself. You got to learn what comes first. And then once you learn what comes first, then you take steps to move forward on what comes next. See, learning yourself is learning the priorities that you set for yourself. Meaning first things first, last things last. You got to find out what's more important to you. Is it out here teaching people who they are or learning more about yourself? This is the point in life you have to come to an understanding. You have to be able to see what you need to do in order for you to progress and catapult to the next stage in life. You see, it's easy for us to teach other people, but it's harder for us to teach people about us. Or we have to learn about us. We need to know who we are. Self. That's why it's knowledge of self. The journey is for you. It's not for nobody else. Oh yeah, by the way, yo, for all those that are in the Bridgeport area, New Haven, Hartford area, pop out. Terminal 110 tonight, R&B Wednesdays. All right, doors open up at 9, we close at 1. So come through, have a good time, pop a bottle. Come see your boy Lord Supreme. I'll be your evening bar back. So that way, we can all have fun, be a family as one, and then enjoy each other, celebrate each other. A lot of times us as black men, we don't celebrate each other enough. We don't say, I love you, bro. I love you, my brother. Because you know why? We feel like it's some weak shit. Nah, it ain't weak. It's staying in tune with your brother to make sure he's all right. And as well as your sister. As well as your sister. You know what I'm saying? We always got to check up on each other. Because at the end of the day, we don't have all the time in the world to be sitting here being mad at each other. For what? What does that do for us? Absolutely nothing. We cannot live our lives productively if we're living our lives in that type of manner. Angry, frustrated. All these things take a toll on our physical. All these things take a toll on our physical. And whether you want to know it or not, it does. Stress kills, and it's nothing but a silent killer. So, what is the topic of the day? Stop waiting and go and make it happen. Stop waiting for people, man. If you ever want to get something done, the best way to get something done is to do it yourself. You know why? Because you can't blame nobody when you do something wrong. You cannot blame nobody when you do something wrong. Because at the end of the day, you are accountable and responsible for what you do. Have you not heard that your word is born regardless of whom or what? Yes, my word is born and born in life before my word shall fail. So when we're sitting here telling ourselves what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, that's your word is bond. Your bond is what creates life. When you bring things together, a bond is to bring something together, to create life, or to bring forth something into existence. So when we're sitting here talking about if our word is bond, that means if our word is bond, then that means that our ways and what we're doing are supposed to go hand in hand and complement that which we say that we're holding ourselves accountable for. So if you want to give your life before your word shall fail, then why the fuck are you waiting around for something to happen for you? You can't, that's not word bond. Your word bond is you getting up and creating the life that you want. That's how you speak life into existence. When you look at Proverbs in the Bible, it says life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So if you tell yourself, yo, man, word bond, yo, I'm gonna get my health in order. But yet you're still out here eating sugar, fats, sodium, all type of things that pose no health, no reason for health, and no reason for vitality. Then you obviously are not keeping your word. You feel what I'm saying? Like you're not holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable is disciplining yourself every single day and having control over the things that you know and understand is not going to do you no good. In other words, if you understand you eat a lot of fucking candy, stop eating candy. Stop going to the store buying candy. If you know that you eat a lot of pizza, slow down on eating a pizza because there's a lot of grease, oil, and fats in the pizza. If you want to take precaution, take better care of yourself, make your own pizza. Make a nice little vegan pizza with peppers and onions and minus the cheese. Because cheese we're not supposed to be eating. See, these are the things that we need to learn. This is why knowledge itself. You got to learn dietary law. Yes, dietary law. Why? Because there are some things in life that we are not supposed to eat as human beings, or we are not supposed to consume. We're not supposed to consume any dead flesh, which we do, and nowadays eating chicken, pork, beef. Our teeth are not made or designed for us to eat any meat at all. Any. Under no circumstances. Under no circumstances at all. We're not supposed to eat any fucking meat. Why? Because we are not carnivorous human beings. We are omnivores. We are herbivores. We eat plants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, things that give the body vitality. All of these things that we see in nature is what's supposed to prolong life. Nature will give you the answer to the things that you are looking for. And a lot of times we don't look in nature. We don't look at nature and say, why is that dying out? Because now it's a new cycle. There are new cycles that we have in life. There are new things that we need to learn in our life. There are new things that we need to recycle and go over again to make sure that we got it. We cannot be over here just eating our lives away and expect for us to be living for like 130, 140 years. That's impossible. You are what you eat. Everybody says that, but does anybody follow it? Well, specifically the people that really are about health and wealth, yeah, they definitely follow that. But if they don't follow it to a T, what ends up happening? They end up perishing and withering away. They are not following the dietary laws of the land. It is not us that make up these laws. Now, if you guys want to get real technical, go in the Bible and it tells you a lot of dietary laws that you need to learn. Even as a human being, you don't have to be Christian to learn all that shit. You don't have to be a Muslim. You don't have to be none of that. You just have to be conscientious and aware of what you're eating and how you're eating and how you're consuming it. Too much of anything is not good for you. That's even with fruits and vegetables. That's even with fruits and vegetables. So while we're sitting here being hoarders and having obesity problems and health problems, and we're out here struggling and going through the motions, we should be taking our time consciously to be aware of what we're eating and why we're eating what we're eating. Does this bring vitality to the body? Does this help us? Does this give us a source of understanding that we can feel it? Yo, I've been on some smoothie shit. So all I've been drinking lately has been smoothies. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe sometime in the afternoon I'll have a smoothie or something, or go to a smoothie shop and make it. But as time goes on, I'm gonna be making my own smoothies, making my own meals, preparing my own things, because health is wealth. We can't afford to be sitting out here looking like a bunch of lost motherfuckers that don't know what we eating. We eat chicken because we cook it. We eat beef because we cook it. Imagine you sitting up there being a motherfucking animal, like a dog, and just eating raw meat. A dog is supposed to consume raw meat. He's carnivorous, he's an animal. That's his nature. But when you're sitting up here going out of your element, eating all this fucking meat and not slowing down, then you're gonna have a problem. Your digestive system can't take all that. Do you know that? Do you guys really know that? That your digestive system cannot take all of that in which you're consuming. Your body does not take all of that. So you need to take more precaution on what you eat, because at the end of the day, we are supposed to, listen, brothers and sisters in the Bible were living for 150 years. Why were they living that long? And I'm just talking, I could talk in the Bible because I could talk on any subject. Why? Because I'm well-rounded in what I do. I don't sit here and just study stuff because it's cool to study. No. That's not the reason why you study something. You study because you want to learn it and understand what's the purpose, function, the principle, and the matter. And how to what? Execute that principle accordingly. So if a person is telling you, yo, man, don't eat a lot of red meat, man, don't consume a lot of red meat, you know what I'm saying, it's bad for your digestive system. But yeah, every fucking day you cooking a steak, or you eating filet mignon like you living a fucking good life, then obviously you need to recheck your sources and really reevaluate what you are doing and how you're going about doing it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for you to be even consuming that much meat in the world. Not that much meat in the world for you to be consuming like that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So what needs to be done is you need to take a good evaluation and assessment of yourself and see whether or not you need to cut down on certain things. Because health is wealth, man. This is all I'm telling y'all. This is what I'm instructing you guys to do. Look more into your health, man. We as black men and women on this planet cannot afford to keep killing ourselves slowly like this. Here with 5 minutes to spare. Yeah, I'm on my way to my job, so like I said, Terminal 110, pop out, yo. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. That ain't good. Nigga done ran out of gas. Bus done ran out of gas. Ain't that about some shit? And niggas gotta go to work, god damn. But anyways, let me get up on this train, y'all. I'll be with y'all soon, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Just take heed of what I told you, man. You can't lose. Peace.